Hi! So today we're going to be talking about caffeine and its effects on sports performance. So we all know caffeine as that cup of coffee in the morning or the soda in the afternoon or in that chocolate bar. Caffeine is everywhere and it's considered the most widely consumed drug. So it's pretty popular. Now we're going to talk about how it can affect or enhance or possibly hinder sports performance. So caffeine consumption can be ideal for both the endurance athlete and the strength and power athlete. So for the endurance athlete, when they consume caffeine, there's going to be an increase in beta endorphins. So this decreases the pain perception, allowing someone to push harder for a little bit longer. Now for the strength athlete, there's been studies to show that consuming caffeine can increase the number of repetitions completed. So this kind of gives them that extra boost to kind of keep pushing if they're doing so many numbers of reps or that kind of situation. Now there has been some negative effects seen with the consumption of caffeine, and this there's a couple, but one of them is responders versus non-responders. So there's been studies that show that someone may consume a cup of coffee and feel like they can run a marathon, exaggeration of course, but they feel boosted and they feel the effects of it, they feel alert and they're ready to go. Now other people can consume caffeine and they're like, okay, it's fine, I don't really feel anything. So one of the proposed theories behind this is due to a genetic variation. So this could be that someone has that perfect gene to respond to caffeine and others may not have that. Another scenario that kind of plays into this has to do with how much caffeine a person consumes on a regular basis. So if I'm consuming a cup of coffee every day for 10 years, my response to caffeine may be very different to someone who hardly ever consumes coffee or has never consumed caffeine. So that's another factor that can play a role into that. Also, consuming extreme amounts of caffeine can cause anxiety, sleeplessness, and negative effects seen as that. Concerning the recommendations for caffeine consumption, it is recommended that athletes consume 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight of caffeine approximately 60 minutes prior to exercise. Now, studies have shown that anything above the 6 milligrams per kilogram kind of shows some negative side effects and kind of hinders athletic performance. So that means it kind of going back to those negative side effects seen of higher consumptions of caffeine, with the anxiety and the headaches and the restlessness. That's what's going to happen with too much caffeine consumption. So you want to stay within the 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Concerning the NCAA and their regulations, caffeine supplements are banned because they fall under the stimulant category. This is judged based off of urine samples, so if caffeine content within urine is higher than 15 milligrams per milliliter, then this is a positive drug test. So this equates to about 6 to 8 cups of coffee within 2 hours of performance. So this is a ton of caffeine. So if you're drinking just a soda or a coffee, you should be fine. Now, if you're consuming 12 cups of coffee and then you go take a drug test, you're probably not going to pass. But if you stay in the moderate range and you stay within the 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, you should be more than fine.